All right, everybody. Your boys tried and failed. I've hit nothing but technical failures all night. I was in the middle of recording, and then I got an alert on my futures account saying that we were going up. We hit a level. I had to pause this so I can go make $1,700 trading futures. And then I came back and nothing was working. Mic was dead. I just recorded all this. Nothing went through. Your boy's upset. It is what it is, but we're gonna get into it anyway because I said I was gonna get this out tonight. It's midnight, and I'm just gonna get it out. So excuse me if I'm a little dragged and a little tired and maybe a little choppy, but I'm gonna give you the business anyway. Ultimately, and I'm not about to. I got so many screenshots that I'm not even gonna do it anymore. I'm not doing it anymore. I got a couple. All right. So first of all, at currently at the time of this recording at midnight, roughly, we're at $99.50, of course. All right. So I just want you guys to know that Disney went up during the overnight hours. Okay. Now, Disney has earnings. I've already talked about this in a pre recording that should have been before this. Hopefully, it all works out, but we will see. Okay. We're on an uptrend. We've been on an uptrend since we hit $84 and some change. Okay. We had a strong bounce off that ascending line of support, and then now we've broken above one of my key levels of $97.81. So what are we doing? We're waiting. We're now exactly where we want to be. Now, if you hopped in to the Disney call play that I put out, I want to say it was. Let's see here. I want to. Yeah, here it is, right here. It was during that SoFi video I made with all of the targets for SoFi. But at the beginning of the video, I put out Disney. And that call option that you see up there, the 105 call option for $158, that is now $220 at the time of this recording based on what I put out. So you're up 35% on that play, and it's not even done running yet. All right. Now, Disney likes to hang out right now between 96 and $99. Okay, going into earnings. We played this before, and that's this. This is why this is the most magical stock company, you name it, because we always hit. Your boy has never missed on a Disney play. It could happen this time. I said this last time, but I didn't miss. It is what it is. Okay, so let's talk about this real quick. I notice that you see the contracts on the side and you got the little wells underneath. That's now where I'm going to place my confirmation strength. Okay, so if it's a minnow that's there, then you might have one or less confirmations. Okay, if you have a dolphin there, you're going to have two confirmations. And then if you have a whale there, you have three or more confirmations. Okay, so if you're not familiar with my channel, this structure that you see right here is targeted for the minnows, the dolphins, and the orcas. Okay, the minnows are those that are trying to trade contracts under $50. The dolphins is anybody under $200, and then the whales is anybody that's buying contracts over and above $200. Okay, this is separated the way it is to target individuals based on either their risk, their port size, or just their time in the game. You might be new, trying to get your feet wet, and you're just trying to find your little crevice, right? Or area in this big old ocean. You're just trying to find your space and get to learn the game. So that's why we have these levels, okay? So everybody can eat, all right? And this doesn't mean that a whale can't play a minnow play or minnow can't play a whale play. It is just for reference, okay? So that being said, let's just move on through the formalities and talk about what you see on the screen right here in front of you, okay? So at the top, you see the call options, you see the Dolphins, right? I have the entry at 97.81. Now, of course, we know that we're over that. It is what it is. But like I said, we float between these ranges. So I'm really hoping to pick this up on the lower end of this range versus the higher end of this range. Either which way, come market open on Tuesday, your boy is gonna starting his position, and I'm gonna dollar cost average into the position going into earnings. Point blank and simple. Okay, this is what I'm doing. You do you. This is not financial advice or suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. Okay, so entry 97.81. Your stop that I'm using is 96.10 on this particular contract. Okay, now remember when I say your stop, that means that that doesn't mean to do a hard stop at 96.10. It can mean that, but if it does, then I'll let you know. But that means that if you see weakness going into this level, right? What's the price action doing? What's the volume doing, right? How are we looking going into that level? And then you have to make the decision to get in, to get out, or hold your position. Now, if you don't see much weakness, right, then maybe you have to wait for the concrete confirmation, and that's for a bar to open below said level. Now, because we have so much time on this position, I'm not looking at the 1 minute chart. I'm not looking at the 5 minute chart. I'm looking at the 15 and above. Okay, 15 to 65 minute chart is what I'm looking at for these plays. And most of them that I post here are swing trades. They are not day trades. So do you, if you're up, don't be afraid to take profits. Because if you hold, you gonna be mad at yourself because you didn't take profits. But if you sell too early, you might be mad at yourself because you didn't play the position right. You got to do you. Whatever you do, it's on you. First take profit target is 101.40. Okay, that's the minimum. Now, the max for this is going to be 105.29. Now, that doesn't mean that we're going to go to 101 and stay there. That doesn't mean that we're going to go to 105 and stay there. That simply is a gauge for you to have a target to take profit if you so choose. Now, historically, what Disney does is after earnings, it's below $100. And then at earnings, if earnings is solid, then it would around this level, it'll rocket well above both of these levels and hit 109. Okay, just know. Now, let's go on to the next one. Now, I know it says Disney puts. I'm sorry. This is from an old slide and I got tired of editing, so it is what it is. Take it what it is, and that's why you should listen to the video and not take the screenshots because it'll mess you up. All right, 97.81 is the same entry. Okay, sorry, bag it up, rewind. The contract that I was looking at is that $110 contract, which expires at 12/20. All right, this particular contract, right, um, has a good amount of open interest. I want to say about 5,000 people or 5,000 in open interest, and it has a nice low implied volatility. Why do I like a low implied volatility going to earnings? Because there's not a lot of interest in it right now. But best believe if Disney is blowing this out of the water, right, and they're killing the streaming game, that 30% is gonna bump up and turn to 60%, right? So when you have an IV so low, you have a much greater chance of that IV going up or doubling versus going down any lower. Now, why is that important? What's important is because you can buy this at 109 right now, and let's say the stock didn't move, and the stock just stayed where it was, and the next day implied volatility went from 38%, let's say whatever it is, it's 30%, and now it's 60%. But the price is the same. And if the price is the same, but the IV doubled, what do you think happens to your premium, right? What do you think happens to that contract price? Well, it goes up, right? Because there's more interest in the stock. That means that there's more demand for the contract. I'm sorry, not the stock, but the stock and the contract. Okay, so people are willing to pay more because there's established interest, right? So that way, that means that in turn, the value of your contract goes up. Boom, done. Moving on. Next contract, right? You see 97.81, but this time I gave a little bit more um, range as far as the stop loss, which is 95.10. Now, the difference between the 96.10 and the 95.10 to 96.10 is about a 30 to 35% loss based on the current levels that you see and what the current contract is showing. Now, remember, the contract isn't up to date. It's not relative to the movement that we just seen in the overnight hours. Okay, so that 109 technically could be 126 at open if we open at $99. I have no idea, but that's the contract I'm looking at regardless. Okay, so but with 95.10, you get more room. Why am I giving you more room? That's because we have more time on this position because this contract expires in January. But first target, 109.96. Why did I put that? The main reason is because most times, like I said, at earnings, we rocket right up to 109 to 110, and then we see retracement, right? Then max target is 125.50. Why do I have 125.50? Something so far out. Well, the reason for that is because if I am following the trend on when I zoom out on the 3 month time frame, you can even zoom out a little shorter than that, you'll notice that we bounced off an ascending line of support and the resistance, the ascending line of resistance level at the top is 125.50. So I'm banking on Disney rocketing all the way up to retest that high. Okay. Um, will it happen? I don't know. But I'm just playing the game that I see in front of me. Okay. You do you. But I'm going to hop into that trade right there, and hold that one. I'm going to have at least 5 positions, 5 contracts on that. And I'm probably going to do about 2 to 3 contracts on the first one. And one's going to get, I'm going to let it ride. And the other one, I'm going to take profits because that's just what I do. All right. So, that being said, um, I'm tired. I'm about to go to bed, but I'm going to upload this video. And then what I want you to do, I want you to hit the like, I want you to hit the subscribe, and most importantly, I want you to write in the comments, we're going to Disney World. But after that, give me a hashtag SoFi. Let me know if you want me to talk about SoFi because SoFi right now is at 1380 at the time of this recording in the overnight hours. If we, I don't want to talk about it too much, but I'm just gonna let you know at 1387, if we find support there, listen real close, we're taking off. And I think SoFi will hit $18 by the end of the year. Yes, you heard me say it, and that's not being me over optimistic rail. That is me speaking what I see as facts. I see what is in front of me. Okay? I don't see the what ifs anymore. I don't see the hypotheticals. But that's time for another video. This one's already too long and your boy is tired. So hey, this is Stocks for Real. Hit the like, subscribe, share the video, and most importantly, take care. All right.